Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. We are once again bucking trend this weekend by battling. Start with the quest battle to get the Dark Merchant, and then I'll do these off screen. It's been a while since we've been on this map. Alright, well there's not much to do in the way of planning on this map, because like everyone's kind of spread out, so stride isn't really that relevant, especially since the enemies are pretty close to our starting position. So yeah, I don't know, it's pretty much just rush them down, probably try to finish in 2 turns. So let's do it!
Steady now.
My orders?
Aw, she missed. Boo, we don't like misses. Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm missing.
My orders?
See, actually, is she more likely to hit from here? No.
Steady now.
But I just have Ignatz sit back a little further. I was trying to get him 1 space further forward, but... He doesn't double? I guess maybe the Sarah shield is 2... Oh, it only weighs 3. AS is 30. Oh, these guys have a lot of speed, actually. Oh, whatever.
Got to pull it together.
You got strength, you need that, so that's, you know, good. But let's have Hilda take out this guy. I guess it doesn't really matter if she takes damage. And she won't anyway. Oh, what are you doing?
Let's make this quick.
That was a really slow picking of that experience bar. That was weird.
What's my strategy?
Where's... yeah, there we go. There's my magic. But not able to one-shot with it. Okay. Not really able to one-shot with any of this, or 1 round with any of this, I should say.
At the ready.
Oh no, what is happening? Oh, Lorenz. Alright. Yeah, and they can double him, but they can't. He can't kill them because he won't be using fiendish blow, so does that support make any kind of difference? Yeah. But yeah, this is all quite surprising.
Leave it to me.
Or Byleth doesn't get to do anything unless... So I have Marianne Stride for exactly him, which seems a little silly. I don't think do that. But what I am wondering is, should I dance for Raphael or for Scythia? Like, she does one-shot these guys even without Fiendish Blow. In fact, does she even have... Yes, she does, but... So she could come up... Yeah, hit this guy from here. This guy could hit her, but wouldn't kill her. This guy can't do much. Yeah, let's dance for Lysithea.
Apologies.
I think I'm improving.
And he's not even gonna go for Scythia. Sure, use the Sofa Shield.
Thank you.
Why not? Too bad it doesn't
I'll do
provide
my
any
best.
XP, but what can you do?
Did the trick.
Huh. Leone doubled him. Don't quite understand that. Is she really that much faster than others? Maybe she is. I didn't think she was, though. 37 AS, or maybe he was holding a heavier weapon? Oh. Seems like they all have silver swords. 34, 30. Well, that's because he's holding a brave sword, but... Yeah, I guess she is faster. 7 speed, 4 speed, 2 speed. I don't remember when that happened, honestly. I mean, she does have a speed ring. But, yeah, I don't remember when that happened. Well, anyway. Alright, 11 sword is a kill, Creator sword is a kill. Is magic a kill? Probably not. Oh, alright, let's just use this. Better hit rate. I guess I didn't need to go that far, but... Got money. Right, who we got left? Doesn't really matter who we give kills to, but I would like to get some healing in as well. And obviously Marianne can heal.
Thanks.
Let's do this.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
She can heal Lorenz again, so I think I will.
That helps.
Alright. And... yeah, there's no reason to prefer anybody in particular, I guess.
I'm impressed.
Glad to hear it. Yeah, 2 turns, as expected. Alright, so I am now going to do some auxiliary battles for the purpose of support grinding, and that's going to be off screen, so I will be back. And we're back, and it's time for teaching. Hooray.
Professor.
You called, so I came.
Well, thanks.
My favorite tea. Even the smell calms me. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good, because you're normally so worked up.
Very good. Yes.
I think she'd like either of these.
Yes. 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 Very good.
Easy.
As far as mercenaries go, I'd say I work for a fair price.
I'm sure you do.
No.
Am I supposed to laugh at you or disagree with you for saying you work for a fair price? Like, what?
That was delicious. Thank you. I'll visit again when I'm free.
Well, we got the charm bonus.
Glad we got through it without a problem. For a while, I was worried.
Yeah, especially when you weren't
I
here.
told you it'd be fine. Sometimes you just gotta wing it.
More cards for my sleeve. I see how this works.
I understand more
I still have much to...
Thanks so much. You're a sweetheart.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, I would imagine, yeah, we've got some supports to do, so let's do some of those.
Hello, Flane. Isn't it about time you told me the truth?
Ooh.
About what exactly?
Who you really are. Villains are after you for your blood. There's no doubt that you're someone special. And that's why Sedith is always worrying about you so much, right?
Well, yes. I see no reason to hide that fact.
But just what makes that blood of yours so special? More than anything, I've been wanting to find out Teach's true identity. But yours is bothering me almost as much. Somehow, I can't seem to stop thinking about you.
Oh, God.
Crush. I have a crush on your secrets, sweet Flane.
That's so creepy.
Such flattery.
I've tried asking Sedith, but there's no sign of him budging on the issue. At this point, I guess I just need better bargaining skills. Or how about this? If you tell me the truth, I'll do anything you say.
That is not something I am willing to share, unfortunately. However, since you are so passionate on the matter, I will promise you something.
What's that?
If you somehow manage to uncover the truth of my identity, I will acknowledge it as truth.
That's real nice of you and all, but I think if I could come up with the truth, I'd be able to tell from your reaction anyway. You're not great at hiding your emotions, after all.
If you do somehow figure it out, then I would ask something of you, Claude. I would ask that you reveal your own true identity.
Ooh.
Now that's a request I wasn't expecting.
It has been clear to me for quite some time now that you are no ordinary noble. I have been pondering, well, you, quite a lot lately. The curiosity is enough to drive me mad.
I see. Well, that's an interesting turn of events. Looks like we both have a little crush on our hands, huh? I hope the day comes when we can talk freely about both of our identities.
Huh. I did not realize Flane was so insightful.
Mercedes, I have to insist that you take up a position behind me on the battlefield. I must protect the common folk, and you have been in danger rather frequently of late.
I appreciate your concern, but I can take care of myself. Everything is about nobility and common folk with you, Lawrence. It's tiresome.
It is tiresome.
I am only fulfilling my duty.
Is that to say you would have left me lying on the floor in pain, had it not been your duty to assist?
You mean when you were hurt on my account? I still would have assisted you, as any commoner would have. It is simply a matter of perspective. And if I were common-born, I would not have simply let you leave without... Never mind. Forgive me.
Excuse me? Are you implying that you would have taken advantage of me if you were lowborn?
What? No! And I am no longer interested in the hypothetical nature of this conversation.
Oh, Lawrence, you'll never change.
What do you mean?
I find myself growing irritated just looking at you.
What? She says with a smile on her
Say
face.
exactly how I am so irritating.
You claim that you don't want to be involved with common women, don't you? But I know deep in your heart you love being around us. You're willfully ignorant to that. I hope you know what you're depriving yourself of.
I am certain I've told you before that my marriage must be beneficial to House Gloucester. I've not the time for fruitless courtship.
Fruitless? How can you say such things? What would happen if you fell in love with a commoner?
Nothing at all. I accept the role that I must play, and any sacrifice that must accompany it.
So, your duty as a noble is more important than your own feelings.
Naturally.
If that's true, then your whole existence is rather sad.
I am afraid you misunderstand. This is my choice. There is no cause for pity.
I think I've heard enough. I have to go.
Damn. Get wrecked, Lawrence. I did not expect that level of bite coming out of Mercedes. I like it, though. Oh, God.
Nice work. Here you go. Drink up.
Oh, thank you. This water tastes absolutely divine.
Your shouts are really coming from the gut now. I bet you're getting stronger too.
I'm not so sure I'm stronger, but somehow, when I shout, I'm able to move more books than normal. Although my brother becomes very anxious anytime he hears me
I
shout.
bet he does.
I do suppose my body feels a bit sturdier now, though. I'm so very grateful to you, Raphael.
Oh no, thank you. I'm just happy to have someone to shout with.
But doesn't all this shouting keep you from your precious workout regimen?
Nah, don't worry about that. I think I'm in better shape now than I was before. My muscles work overtime when they hear you shouting so close to me.
That
Isn't
makes
that
absolutely no
wonderful?
sense.
Come along, Raphael's muscles. We can do
Oh, God.
it. It is my wish that someday I'll be able to lift a log all on my own with these arms of mine.
I'm sure they will. I used to think you were a lost cause, but look at you now. If you really want to get there, you gotta start training your muscles when we shout, alright? You've already got big brains, but if we can get you big muscles too, you're gonna be invincible.
Invincible! I like the sound of that.
Oh my gosh. So weird. And the way that Raphael talks about his muscles as being like a separate entity always felt weird to me, but having somebody else do it, there's just like something really creepy about that. Alright, seen that one before.
Marianne, are you not going to pray?
I finished. What is it?
I just wanted to apologize.
It's fine, Ferdinand. You did nothing wrong.
Last time we spoke, I did not quite finish saying what I wanted to say. You say I did nothing wrong, so perhaps you will hear me out this time?
Very well. What is it?
Rather than mourning the way things are, is it not better to accept reality and move forward from there?
Accept and move forward?
Precisely. You curse your heritage and reject your present situation. That makes you gloomy, even despairing. As long as you are held back by that way of thinking, nothing is ever going to change.
What about you? Do you really believe that you accept whatever comes in life?
I do. Come what may, I will never falter.
How?
Well, each person is born with a purpose. We must fulfill that purpose, no matter our circumstances. It imbues our lives with meaning and direction. That is what I believe, anyway. Everyone has something they are meant to accomplish. That is true for nobles, commoners, even bandits.
Oh.
I see.
Bandits?
So that's what you believe.
Like as bandits, or they should be doing something
You
other
think
than
it's
banditry?
possible that someone like me has a purpose to fulfill?
Yes, of course.
Oh. I'll give this some serious thought. Thank you, Ferdinand. Your words have deeply moved me.
Is that so? How wonderful. I will pray that you find the answers you seek.
Hey, Ash, what's with all the noise? Did something happen?
I only just hurt myself. Looks like a thief got into the pantry and made off with some of our food supply.
Stealing from a monastery? What kind of monster would do such a thing? Come on, we gotta get that dirty thief.
Definitely. I'm sure we can capture the culprit if we work together.
If
Capture?
we
What are you
work
talking
together.
about? Why bother? This is the kind of person who would steal from a monastery. We gotta take this guy out as soon as we see him. How do you expect to get rid of the evil in this world if that's how you're gonna treat it?
What? I should be the one asking you that. The first thing we need to do once we've caught this person is hear what they have to say. They might have been forced into a life of theft by some awful circumstances.
Not that we know anybody
You really don't
who
get it,
has
do you?
experienced
If you let
that.
people get away with stuff like this, it's only gonna get worse. If we're gonna uphold justice, then we gotta stop evil. Simple as that.
I'm all for the rule of law, but indiscriminate slaughter isn't going to solve anything. You can't just execute someone on a wild assumption and call it justice.
And you can't just hide behind your fancy words. You have to take action. You know what? Forget it. There's no point in arguing this with you. We're gonna have to fight this one out.
What?
Whoever wins gets to make the plan. Got it?
What? How is fighting supposed to decide who's wrong and who's right? We're not barbarians, are we? Just take it easy and we can talk this over.
We don't have time to take it easy. The thief is getting away, and all you want to do is talk.
Hey, did you hear? Apparently they caught the thief who stole the food. All's well that ends well, right?
Oh, come on! You hear that? You just cost me my chance.
Hey, if they've already been caught, let's just leave it at that.
Damn, Caspar, you really just gonna go murder the guy? That's a little dark. Oh, okay, I don't know why I've unlocked just Bernadetta Ferdinand. I was trying to get her support with Eloise.
Hey, Caspar. You look more troubled than usual.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about the last time we talked. I really admire your strength, and I want to be like you on the battlefield. But I don't agree with your idea of justice. If that's the case, is it bad for me to look up to you? I'm not sure how to feel anymore.
I can't answer that. You'll need to find the answer on your own. I can offer one piece of advice, however.
Sure, anything will help.
When I told you I would cut down children with no hesitation, you looked disgusted. I take it that's the part you're struggling to accept?
Pretty much. I don't think I'd be able to do it, even if that meant disobeying orders.
Well, what if the children had their own weapons? What if they were trying to kill you?
Well, maybe if it was in self-defense, but even that...
What if the children were killing each other? Let's say their families had been slaughtered and they sought revenge. How would you stop the killing? Who would you strike down?
I don't know. I'd have to see what's going on for myself, but even then,
When you witness these horrors in person, it's no easier to decide. In fact, the decision is harder. Choosing to end or spare a life, whether to save someone or abandon them, these choices are always difficult.
Having to choose between life and death.
You have a strong sense of justice. You have clearly defined ideals. But that's not an asset on the battlefield. Ideals slow you down. They cause inner conflict. Making decisions in the spur of the moment, you can't hope to be perfectly fair and just. That's why I choose to fight for Lady Rhea's justice. The justice of the Church of Seiros.
But what about when Lady Rhea's ideals don't really line up with yours? Then what?
Not possible. Lady Rhea's ideals are my ideals. There's no conflict between them, because that's what I've decided. Do you see?
I don't get it. You can't possibly agree on everything.
I have faltered in the past.
That's what I'm talking about. How can you blindly trust some other person's sense of justice?
Not a person. The goddess. I cared about someone, and they were branded a criminal. That's when I started down this path. I didn't know whether to turn a blind eye or mete out punishment.
What did you do?
I couldn't decide, so I looked to the goddess for guidance. Since then, I have devoted myself completely to the goddess. I surrender myself wholly to her will. So think carefully, Caspar. To what will you devote your sword and your heart?
And the contrast between those supports is something else. The first one, Caspar is like, yeah, let's just go kill that guy. Whatever, it's fine. Who cares? We don't need to worry about whether he's worth sparing, even though all they did was steal something. And then the second one, he's like, oh my gosh, to choose between life and death. Ooh, that's so heavy. Like, okay. I mean, there are differences, obviously, but...
You know, stepping in to prevent extortion, that was quite brave of you.
What? Oh, you're talking about that time in town. I wouldn't say I did anything brave, really. I just asked what was going on.
No need to be humble. Helping the weak is precisely what a virtuous noble does.
I don't think what I did is quite the same thing.
What do you mean by that?
The point I was trying to make is that some things in this world can't be bought or sold with money. I think I let myself get a little too worked up, though. It's just, when I saw it happening, it reminded me of my own past.
Your past? You were originally a daughter of House Bartels, a minor noble family, I heard. You abandoned your title, and now you live as a commoner. Is there more to the story? Pray tell.
Life was becoming difficult for us, so my mother and I fled from House Bartels. We found refuge in a small church in Fargus and lived there for a few years. A man appeared one day and said that he wanted to adopt me. It was obvious that he only cared about my bloodline and crest. The priest refused to let me go, but the man used his money to overwhelm the church. In the end, I had no choice but to leave with him.
What happened to her
That soldier
mom?
we saw? I guess he just reminded me of my adoptive father.
The man who exploited you so that he could join the nobility. Yes, I understand. But I must confess, that part of the story confuses me. There is nothing to gain from having a noble title.
Yeah, sure.
What's so funny?
I never thought I'd hear you question the value of nobility, Ferdinand.
Oh, well, that is not quite what I meant. Using someone else to obtain high status, with no effort and no accomplishment? Certainly you can obtain a title like that, but it hardly makes you a noble.
I completely agree.
By the same token, although you are legally a commoner, in your heart, you are a proud and virtuous noble. That is what I think, at any rate.
Ferdinand is clearly a believer in the Platonic forms. That's what I conclude from this conversation and others.
Let's see. Has to be here somewhere.
Oh, my princess! Pray tell, are you seeking a book?
Ferdinand, you should probably settle down a little with the princess talk. Just speak to me normally. My princess days are long gone.
I could not disagree more. To me, you will always be that dazzling songstress, that veritable princess of the opera. From ages 5 to 11, I never missed a single one of your performances. Seeing you on stage was like glimpsing heaven. I was overcome with bliss.
You're going a little overboard, and I think I may have something in my eye.
An elegant coalescence of beautiful song and frenetic swordplay. That was the most memorable aspect for me. On stage, weapon in hand, letting your ballads soar to the heavens. Honestly, the first time I held a sword, it was not to train. I was trying to do your sword dance.
I inspired your love of weaponry? How flattering.
Correct. It is all thanks to you.
Oh, come now. Although I'm honored if my stage presence had any such influence on your life.
The honor is all mine. You blessed me by returning to my life.
No matter where I go, or who I end up marrying, my childhood memory of you is inscribed in the deepest depths of my heart. Is something the matter?
Oh, nothing. I just feel a little empty inside now.
Huh. Why does she feel empty inside? After receiving all of those compliments, is it because she... like what she's lost since then? Or is it something to do with Ferdinand specifically? Hint, hint, wink, wink, I guess. I don't know. I don't actually remember getting any paired endings with faculty members. Crimson Flower, maybe I did, but I really hope in general that the students don't have paired endings with the faculty members where they actually like marry them or something, because that'd be just like super weird. I think these remaining, yeah, for whatever reason I've ended up unlocking some Black Eagle supports, which I wasn't trying to do, but I guess, you know, it's fine. Obviously I'm not going to run back through those, so we're done with this. The next thing I'm going to be doing is exploring, eating, probably getting more supports, and then we'll do the mission. But that'll be next episode, so until then,